Well, good morning everyone, and we're back out onto the ocean, and look at it out here today. There's barely a breath of wind, and we're in 20 meters, and I've already got tuna in front of me, so it's looking like it might be a good day. By far the closest tuna I've ever seen them. The blue's right in, close to the island here. Already got a lure out the back because I saw some jumping. Yeah, there's a big lot of them over there actually, so we'll go over there.
With calm conditions and tuna busting everywhere, making a cast to them would be that much easier.
Alright, let's try and get this lure in front of them. They're heading my way. Did I get it close enough? Oh, there's one behind it. Still behind it. Eat it. Oh, they're kingies. Look at this. Woo! A kingfish. Kingfish are on it. Oh, they're gonna eat that lure. Don't eat my hard body, please. Look at how many there are.
After that pack of small kingfish thankfully left my treble hooks alone, I headed up to try and cast at the tuna.
Smaller. Right in the middle of them. Surely someone will see that. Oh, the kingfish are here. Look at them. Typical tuna. You get to them and then they bugger off. These kingfish like me though.
With loads of fish in the area, it would be a case of being patient, casting over and over to finally fool one of these very fussy tuna.
That's in them. Look how many there are. Oh God, come on, lure. It's crazy, man. Come on, get hit. They're so fussy, aren't they? Yeah, there's a centralized little spot in there. I'm gonna throw that in there. Oh, that's pretty good. Surely that'll get hit. How did that not get hit, man? Literally in them. Maybe I just need to let it sink in them.
In my mind, this was looking like another day of fussy tuna and no fish. I had already had 3 days like this during the season, but I wasn't going to give up as there were so many fish around and they were staying centralized, so I could make more casts to hopefully get the lure in front of more fish and have that better chance at hooking one.
Right in the middle of them.
Cast after cast went into the middle of the fish, with me hoping that the lure would get taken.
There we go. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Maybe they're bigger than I thought. What did I just hit? Holy shit. Wow, here I was thinking I wasn't going to get hit, but there we go. Maybe they are skipjack. That sure didn't seem like an albacore run. That seemed like a pretty decent skipjack run. There he is out there. Or is that another one? It's just fish everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's tuna. He's given me a bit here, so I don't know if it's that small. Oh no, that's a skippy. It's the wrong dorsal fin for an albacore. That's the shallowest I've ever hooked one. We're over the reef in 24 meters. I think what we're going to do after this one is we'll put that camera out behind me, because we got to see what's going on in here, eh? Like, there's so many fish around. That's just a good idea. Look at this. Yeah, those are skippies. This one's better than I think it is. He's actually trolling my lure for me. So we could get, oh my god, we could get a double here if we were lucky. Right, so that's what we do. We're going to get that camera on the other rod once we're done with this guy. Let me give him a tiny bit more drag. So that was another solid run. What's the point in running if you're just going to turn around and come back at me though? That's the thing. Right, he's towing me at 4.1 k's an hour. Just need the right lure, and you need it in the right place, which is right in their damn face, because they're so keyed in that you really have to get it right on top of their head, because they're going to ignore it unless it's right in front of them. Thankfully they're really sticking around in the area, so that's a good thing for us. Look at them over there. This fish is in the middle of those fish right now. Look at that. I'm gonna get the line run into by another fish, eh? Look at it. Alright, my fish is on its way now. I assume we're going to have to circle him a few times. He's going to do another run. There he goes. Now we're only on light leader, like 15-pound leader, a tiny trout hook with a tiny little jig to get the bites from these guys, because they really don't like hitting a bigger lure when they're feeding on this kind of thing. But they're really feeding them more like carwai at the moment, just really staying centralized to an area, which is really helpful for me on the kayak, because it makes it a lot easier for me to get to them. And they're not moving quickly because the bait must be staying here. He's got going circling now underneath my other line, which I don't like. I've just left it out, but he'll probably come around and do a big circle if I pull on him hard enough this way. He'll be going to the bottom soon if he's not careful. This way. Not that way, this way. He's doing it again. You dick. Just gonna pull this in. There we go. That'll help me. How big is he? There he is. Look at the sign down there, man. It's just stacked. Probably some kingfish down there. Not as big as the last few. They love doing their circles. This hook is impressive. There's a lot of pressure going through this. You can probably see the carnage going on behind me. It's just barely hanging on. Gonna definitely let him go, I think. Fat little skippy. Nice. Beautiful. Don't you start. There we go. Didn't wear that big of a hole in it. There we go. It's out. Beautiful. Purple skippy. It's only about 4 kilo. Hold him out for the camera at the front, give you a nice look at him. Right, I reckon he's going to swim. There you go, buddy. There you go. Woo! They're just bullets. Right, now to sort this mess out.
With the tuna absolutely everywhere, I remembered back to a comment that someone left on my video a few months ago and figured this would be the perfect opportunity to try and get that skipjack tuna strike on a camera.
Right. We currently have the camera out the back with a little lure on it, so hopefully a skippy comes and takes a look. Just had one jump there, so let's go right through the middle of this school and see if we can't film a few coming past. I hope we get a couple on the camera. Be really cool if we did. I got to cast in there again. It's just too good to not. I'm getting distracted. Let's focus. Actually, get this camera. I'm gonna have to troll it fairly slow. But as long as I'm in the zone where they're jumping, should have a couple take a look at it at least, or at least swim past. Just want to see if it's running fine. I think it is. See how fast we can get the pace of the camera without it coming out of the water. Okay, it looks about 3k an hour we can get it up to, just without it going out. That's gonna get hit, surely. It's right in the middle of them. Didn't get hit. Oh, it did. Did get hit.
After an hour and a half of trolling, I'd had no hits on the camera, but I hoped that I may have at least caught them on the camera, and by the looks of the footage that you've just seen, a few skippies had come in to look at the lure.
Right, we've got another one on. About an hour of casting. I'm not even going to bother with the lure out the back anymore, they're not touching it. Oh, did I drop him? Dropped him. Bugger. Really? Yes, boy. Right, working it out now. These fish aren't moving as fast as they normally do. They're staying in one zone. Get the hook in. So I can actually get up on them pretty easily and make the cast. Oh, they fight so good. Epic stuff. Yeah, bro. Nice. And they turn around. He's coming at me. Look at the conditions today. It's just epic. Thankfully we're actually hooking some fish today, because it's been a struggle. But yeah, these fish are definitely feeding on really small bait. He's actually following this school that I just got him out of. He might be better than the last one. Not happy. Look at the tail. I'm going to tighten up a little bit. It's got me going 5 k's an hour. That's how much of an engine their tail can output. Awesome stuff. Still going. I'm gonna give him. Oh, that spool's hot. He may have burnt himself out completely here. I don't know. Some of those fish are definitely bigger than others. Some of them are definitely get towards 6 kilo in that school, but we've had a bunch of bites today, which is really good. I think once we're done with these, we'll go and sit somewhere and we'll put the camera down and we'll see if we can't catch some dinner. Hope it stays like this all day. It would be really cool if it did. Right, so he's swimming at us now. More fish over there. Might get our first look at him. Still a long way out. Circles are coming soon. Look at the bend they get in the rod. How deep is he? Come on, man. Oh, pack of kingfish under the boat. While I fight this tuna. Look at that. Little kingies. Little kingies. Very cool. Well, you've had a big swipe, haven't you? The one just bonked the boat. This is crazy. Look at this. They're rubbing themselves on the back of the boat back there. Look at it. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. They're rubbing themselves on the boat. I can feel them. Look at them. Guys, I've got a fish to... They're just bumping the boat. Listen to it. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Whoa. I'm trying to fight my bloody tuna, but this is cool stuff that's... Like, have a look. Have a look at what's going on. They're all having a clean. And they're all following my tuna as well. I've never seen anything like this. Let me land my fish, guys. I'll get to you. Like, I'm gonna hit. This is crazy. Look at them all. All the little kingfish having a clean on the boat while my I'm gonna get wrapped up with him. What is happening? This is crazy. Let me get my tuna in. Like, I've got so many kingfish hitting the boat that they're bumping the line. This is a big tuna as well. This is not like it's a little tuna. I've never had anything like this happen before. This is so crazy. Like, listen to it. Right, there's my tuna and amongst all the kingfish. There he is, he's going past. Oh, kingfish just try to eat the camera. Right, let's get this tuna a little bit closer. What the heck is happening? Oh, that's a bit bigger than the last one. There's so much going on. Right, that's better. That's a lot better. That's a real one. Right. Inhaled. Definite inhaled job, this one. Right, Oh, he's got my glove almost over the side. There's so much going on. Right. Nice tuna. He'll go on the back. They've given me enough trouble, so we can take another one. Epic looking fish. Might even just get a little quick pick with everything nice and lit up, along with our kingfish that are persecuting my boat currently. Whoa! I got that one. Definitely removing the old parasites. Why not have a go at it? Look at it. I need to go, yeah, it is in free spool. I don't want to break the rod. I bet you they're going to go crazy for that. Oh, look at it. Oh, hello. This is wild, man.
After finally getting away from those little rat kingfish, it was back to casting, as there were more tuna around, waiting to be caught.
Oh, had a hit. Oh. 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 Oh.
Well, I think I didn't quite get away from them.
I got that. Pretty empty. This one's all over the place. Keeps turning around. But it's good to see that we can actually get a damn lure eaten today. I don't know what it's been about the other few days that haven't been able to do it, but I think most of it has been just able to keep up with them and get enough casts to them. Because I've had about 10 hits today, and this is my 4th one I've actually hooked. It's about to get heavy. Can't beat a skippy on soft bait gear, can you? Especially with the light hooks and micro jigs we're using. Such an awesome fish, skipjack. If we can get this one in, I've broken my record for most skipjack in one day, so pretty good. Arms are cramping. Such a heavy fish, more drag. I need to actually keep the line when I take it. Oh, it must be bigger than I think. Although they're all big. He's got a depth he wants to stay at. That's some load on that rod. Here we go. Barely hooked in the corner of the mouth. Football. Right. Nice shot. That'll be a minter of a shot.
With a third skipjack being let go, it was now my best ever session on skipjack tuna. With the workups dying out, it was now time to head off to the rubble to go find a snapper, a trevally, or maybe even a gurnard. I parked up in a favourite spot at about 31 metres, cut up some fresh skippy, attached it to my Black Magic snapper snacks, and sent a couple baits down to the bottom. On the other side of the boat, I was using a Gurnard grabber with a few fish bites attached for bait. Down on the bottom, we have a large school of kahawai coming in to check out the baits. After I quickly wound that first kahawai up, the other rod had bent over with a couple of its own, and that same school of kingfish that had been following me all day had managed to find me again. With the kahawai spitting the bait out, a small kingfish grabs hold of it and quickly goes ballistic. I quickly made short work of this little kingfish and got him back in the water as soon as I could. With the bite being so hot today, it was another hookup soon after on the right hand rod. And this one was going to be something a little bit different.
It is a treff.
Trevally on this part of the coast seemed to really like the rubble bottom in about 30 metres. With plenty of current, there seemed to be quite a few of them hanging around, and I was going to take this one home for the smoker. As my fish bite baits fell back to the bottom, a wide variety of fish were coming in to take a look. This first one, a blue mackerel, along with the trevally in the background taking a look as well. This rubbly bottom is a perfect habitat for all sorts of fish, including gurnard, snapper, trevally, and many more, as you can see swimming past. This trevally finally decides to have a crack and inhales the bait, hooking himself immediately. With such a heavy camera above the fish, it's quite hard to work out what kind of fish I have. But this one seemed to be pulling a fair amount, so it was gonna be good no matter what. Another lovely trevally caught on the underwater camera. To this day, I've caught so many more trevally than snapper on the underwater camera. I wonder why that is. With the trevally grunting away in protest, I decided that one was enough and he would go home.
Right, there you go. Don't need you.
Word was obviously out that there was food in the area, as the bite came on thick and fast on both rods. This one was pulling a fair amount, so I wonder what it could be.
Beautiful snapper. Nice.
Just what I was looking for, a lovely 40 centimetre panty snapper, and maybe there might be a few more down there too. Watching the live footage back of the fish biting the bait under the water and what the rod does above water is always interesting to me. This kahawai smashes into the fish bites and I can barely pull the rod out of the rod holder. As I'm pulling it to the surface, the fish gives a bit of a head shake and pulls free. Had I not been recording, I would have never known what I'd just lost. Two more fresh chunks of skipjack were being thrown down on the right hand side, and it got inhaled immediately.
Possibly have another snapper here. Yeah, that is.
it looked to be another typical head shaker, most likely a snapper.
Lovely fish.
In the late autumn, the snapper always seemed to have better condition and are much bigger than the middle of summer. It was another awesome fish to add to the bag. Even though I wasn't using any burley, the scent from the baits alone were bringing in all sorts of fish. This barracuda comes past for a look, along with the trevally shadowing him. And surprisingly, the barracuda doesn't commit to eating any baits, despite usually wanting to chainsaw anything in sight. A pair of kahawai were next, but also didn't want to commit. It seems like today, the trevally were really on fire, as another one came straight in and inhaled my fish bites. With the trevally causing a bunch of commotion on the bottom, you can see on the left hand side, two snapper fighting over the bottom bait. As the trevally continues to kick around, the two snapper keep fighting over it, and eventually, as I slow the footage down, a snapper gets it in his mouth and throws it out. It's not long before his mate comes up and has his own attempt at getting that bait in his mouth. With one small bite, he's hooked himself as well. As we look at the live point of view from under the water as I wind these two fish in, both the trevally and the snapper are working against each other, so it's making it a little bit easier for me to wind them in. As we get to about halfway, the snapper does one final shake of the head and manages to get free.
Another fucking trevally.
So by the time it gets to the surface, I had no idea that there was ever another fish on the line.
What a beautiful big one.
As we're catching so many today, this one was going to go home too. It's always good to have the camera down when the bite's hot like this, as you never know what could turn up. And just as I say that, we've hooked into something really heavy, and I have no idea what this could be. With our camera sitting about halfway up, we get to have an early look at what the fish really is while I fight it. It's really giving me a good go on this light gear.
What the fuck is this?
It was definitely looking to be some sort of shark, but what kind of shark?
What is it? Oh. That makes perfect sense. Oh, don't roll yourself up in it, man.
Spotty dogs or rig often will tangle themselves up at the boat and prefer to do all their fighting when you're trying to unhook them rather than under the water.
Oi.
Since they have no teeth or spines, they're really safe to get on board and unhook with just your hands or your pliers.
Are you done? You want to bite me, don't you?
A quick look for the camera before I sent her on her way.
Fucking hell, man.
The next hookup was looking like it might be the fish of the day.
Oh, nice fish.
After a decent scrap in the deep water, a really solid snapper popped up.
Shit. That's a good one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy.
After the day we'd already had so far, a big snapper like this was a great way to end it out.
Well, that's a good way to fill the bin up. That's a lovely big fish. Yeah, no Gurnard so far, but good change of pace to get a few nice snapper. And so far, they keep picking this damn rod, and I've got a camera rolling down there. So hopefully, a bigger one hits that one. That would be awesome. But anyway, we'll get him in the back.
With the bag of fish growing larger, it was only a matter of time before a Gurnard came up to take the bait. We're just going to take a look back at how fast this all happens. The Gurnard shoots straight up off the bottom, attacks the bottom one, and it actually has no bait on it, so it bites it without any fish bite, nails it, gets hooked immediately. Now the next thing that happens is a very common thing with Gurnard. A second one pops straight in to investigate. He goes for the bait and then straight onto the camera, biting the camera, looking at the bait, and straight back onto the camera again. It's really funny how often the Gurnard will get right up in the face of the camera thinking it's food. Now we're just going to play this clip out as the other Gurnard is still looking at the camera. He then shoots down to the bottom. Now we're going to keep rolling because what happens next is just insane. So looking down, he's shot back up and we're about 15 meters off the bottom now. And he's still following along, nails the camera and then shoots off back to the bottom. By far the most insane Gurnard clip I've ever filmed, as almost always Gurnard are known as a bottom feeder and not a midwater predator. But that right there just proved they must be off the bottom a lot more than we think.
Yep. Oh.
With some Gurnard now showing up into the trail, it would be awesome to add a couple of these to the bin as well. And I think this bite may be that other fish that was attacking our camera. With this larger one coming on board, I decided that that little one could go home and the big one would be much better to take for the table. It's always nice to take a closer look at each Gurnard, as many of them have widely varying wing patterns, and overall they're just an awesome fish to look at. Not long after keeping this fish, two more came in to replace him, and it was looking like it wouldn't take long for one of them to get hooked. With two fish now strongly competing for it, this would make a hookup that much more likely. And when the second fish turned his head, the KL circle hook grabbed him in the corner of the mouth. You can really notice the difference between the colour on the surface and the bottom, with the Gurnard finally lighting up red with its true colours.
Oh, that's a good one. Yep. Nice fish.
Although a bit skinnier than the last, this nice long Gurnard would be a great addition to the bin. Grunters have these awesome eyes with golden circles plus this cobalt centre. It really goes with all of the other iridescent colours you can find right across them. It seems unlikely, but that occurred all within a single day. With the bin full and more than enough arm stretching for one day, my paddle back to the shore would be a good one.
Oh, we're back in from our massive day out, and here are the spores from the day. Kept one skipjack, nice big snapper, sort of 50 centimeters plus. Nice trev, along with a few others that will let go. Some nice Gurnard and some nice panties too. So I'll just give you a hold up of a couple. The tuna, he's say about 5.5 kilo, probably around about there. We'll hold the snapper up. He's about maybe just under 3 kilo. Yeah, somewhere around there anyway. It's a bit skinny, but so probably closer to 2.5 to that sort of weight range. And Mr. Trevally, that's actually not the biggest one I caught today, but caught 4 I think in the end. So yeah, nice to see them. Found a little spot with a bit of current running past, and it really had quite a few of them hanging out there. So what we're going to do, I think we'll weigh these two big fish. Right, I think I said, what did I say, 5.5 for the skipjack. He was the biggest one I caught today. the amount of weight. $5.2. Right, then this one, well, I don't think it'll be 3 then. That's 5.2. Yeah. 2.8. Nice fish. Cool. Right, I think we'll do him first, and then we'll get on to everything else.
Autumn has nearly always produced these perfect days every year for me. It's hard to believe just how many awesome fish I caught this day when looking back at this footage. If it's not the massive skipjack that are incredibly difficult to target on the kayak, it's the unforgettable experience of these kingfish cleaning themselves on the bottom of my boat. To catch this many skipjack in a single day off the kayak does not happen every day, but to also capture a few on an underwater camera while paddling around, that's almost a once in a lifetime opportunity. This one was a huge video to edit, so thanks for staying to the end if you made it this far. I'll catch you next time on the next adventure.